Okay, we're going to use Civil 3D today to make some contours brought through from an Esri shapefile to make them 3D. So the way I have done that is I have gone to my datashare.maps.vig, I've typed in contours, and I've asked it to provide those contours to me in the MGA zone 55, no buffer, and I've selected an area on my map because otherwise it's way too big. What happens then is they send you a data confirmation. You will also need to be able to log into that, so you need to have an account. That's a bit important. But then there's just a bit of a process in terms of how we then bring that into a sort of a 3D environment, in particularly civil 3D. So how we're going to do that is we are going to use a little bit of the planning and analysis, otherwise known as AutoCAD map, and we're also going to use a little bit of Civil 3D proper. So it's just like multiple programs built into the one program under this kind of settings wheel. So I can do this from the Civil 3D interface, which is where you build all your surfaces and all your pipe assemblies and all that kind of thing. But if I'm doing it there, I would have to type in my commands. So step number one is to, well, first of all, you need to have opened yourself a new drawing. And you'll notice that my AutoCAD Civil 3D is the 2022 ANZ design drawings. So it is really, if you're working in Australia and New Zealand, it is really useful to have the country kits installed, which is a process that's covered in another video. I then want to type in a command which is map cs assign, and that is where I'm going to assign my coordinate reference system. So map cs assign will bring up this dialog box. I'm working in MGA 55, and as we just discussed, I downloaded my data from the data mart in MGA 55 2020 as well. So I'm going to make sure that those two are the same. While I'm there, I can scroll out and I could put in a map through my geolocation, turn my map on. I don't really need the map today, so I just won't do that this time. All right. So where I'm going to go to from here is I am going to go to my Planning and Analysis tab. And Planning and Analysis will expect map import, but you can of course also just type in map import. I have gone to that folder that I downloaded earlier and unzipped, and then you just want the larger of those two shapefiles to bring in. So I'm going to bring it in, no double clicking, because I want to change which data is going to come in. So I need to come to the data table, which is just the attributes table here, and I want to create object data, and the field, the object data field that I want, is just the altitude. I don't need anything else, so I won't bother bringing them in. The less you bring in, the lighter it's going to be, I guess. Not that it makes much difference to the size of the file, but that's okay. Just bring in what we need. Okay, so if I zoom extents or just come to my contours here, that is all looking beautiful. But if I click on them, you can see their elevation has come in at 0. So I really need to map my altitude to my elevation, and that's what I'm going to do next. To do that, I need the Map Explorer open. It's not open by default, so if yours is closed, you will need to type in map w space. So map w space, and ours is on at the moment. because we really need to be able to get to that map explorer. Okay, this is going to make 2 drawings. So we're going to save this one as our 2D drawing, and then we are going to come back in and we're going to make a 3D drawing out of that. It's really important. This is one of the big steps that needs to be done. You cannot make the 3D drawing directly. You might be able to, but I don't know how to make the 3D drawing directly from the 2D drawing. So we will just save as, and I've done this process a couple of times without turning on the video, so I am going to save it as example 3. And I've just been very clear that that's the 2D drawing by putting 2D in the front of it. So contour example 2, I'm going to now tell the Map Explorer that where that is. So I'm going to drag that drawing from Explorer onto Map Explorer into the Drawings folder, and you'll see it pop up there. Now that we've got that in the right place, I can right click on my query, define, and I'm going to define a new query now. So that query is going to be about location, and we're just going to keep it as all. It's not going to be a preview, it's going to be a draw. We want it to actually make new lines. And now we need to alter the properties, which is actually writing an expression. So the property that we are going to alter is our elevation. We would like to write an expression here, so we need to come to the expression box for elevation, and we are going to write elevation to altitude, or altitude to elevation. So we're going to go OK, and we're going to go add. And now you can see this is popping up in our altitude to elevation contour drawing. I'm going to go OK. Now, OK. Now I can't execute this query within this drawing. What I really want to do is I want to close this drawing, and I'm going to say yes. I'm going to write the 3D contours to a new drawing. So here's my 3D drawing, and I've gone through exactly the same process, file, new, using template, and in my map CS assign, you can see I've already done this here. I'm going to right click and detach that one, and attach our new one that we want. You could do it through right clicking on that drawings folder, but it's much easier just to go through Explorer and drag that drawing onto the drawings folder, and it'll pop up there. So now in our current query, we could go through that process again. I think I've already defined that one, so I could clear that query. Just do it again. Location, all, draw, yes, alter properties. I've already got one in there, but I want to alter the elevation, and I want to write an expression that takes my attribute altitude, okay, and maps it to my elevation. So I need to add that one, okay, and I could now execute that query. And this is actually my new drawing. You can see elevation is at 16. So I save this as my 3D contours drawing. So hopefully that works for you. Yeah, good luck. Thanks.